Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm here with a giveaway celebrating the 700 subscribers to my channel. And actually, the prize is going to be this awesome stamp set from Blue Knight Rubber Stamps. And I'm going to show you how to make some cards using this stamp set, how versatile it is. I'm going to make 5 different cards with this stamp set. And I wanted to let you know that I have this stamp set. And when I placed an order recently, I had ordered Mama Bear, which is a separate stamp set, and accidentally this one was sent to me. So that ended me up having 2 of the same set. And Lynn, who is the owner of Blue Knight Rubber Stamp, said that I could keep the extra and give it away. So you guys are in luck. One of you will be a lucky winner. This stamp set has the 3 bears, the coyotes, the penguins, and the deer. Okay, and they're silhouette stamps, and that makes it really, really nice because you can have it set against any kind of backdrop, whether it be a night sky, sunset, sunrise. I'm using mountains in the background for these couple of cards, and I'm also going to show you using a stencil. But this is a die set that I use to help build my mountains. This is Altenew Mountain Die Set. You do not need this die set to make these cards. You can cut mountains out. You do not have to have this die set. It's just that I recently received a card in the mail from Catherine Kelly, who is a YouTube creator, and she used this die set on the card that she sent me, and I really liked how she did it. So I wanted to try it. And so um, here you see I have 2 of the like the rolling hills of the mountains with the deer and the bear. Here we have the bears and the coyote, all 4 of that, the sharp mountains and the rolling hills. And I'm going to show you how I ink blended this. Like I said, I received a card. This is Seedless Preserves. I received a card, and that's where I got the inspiration for this background. And I tried to guess at the ink blending. That's the next color here is Stormy Sky. And I just have these little fingertip daubers. And then you go over it again with the color before. This is Peacock Feathers. So I did the Seedless Preserves and the Stormy Skies. And then I went over it again with the Stormy Skies. So whatever your last color was, you want to go over it again just to help things blend better. So I did the Peacock Feathers, and now I'm going over with Seedless Preserves. I mean, Peacock Feathers over top of my, hold on a second. That orange color is called Orange Marmalade. I'll get this right here. So we've got Seedless Preserve, Stormy Sky, Peacock Feathers, and then Orange Marmalade. Those are the colors for all of my backgrounds that I used. And I ink blended them by laying down one color, using a piece of paper as my horizon there. That helps me so that I don't make crooked lines. So here I'm going over Seedless Preserves, then Stormy Skies. And I make the Stormy Skies a little bit thicker, picking up my Seedless Preserves and blending them. Now I'm going back with Stormy Sky, making that a little bit thicker because I have the space. Now I'm going back over with Seedless Preserves, trying to blend those 2 together. Now switching over to Peacock Feathers. And this is supposed to be sort of a nighttime, like sun going down type sky. And then Orange Marmalade. Okay, so then when I put these 2, this is like the brown mountains. They're the same die. It's horizontal instead of vertical. Wait, it's horizontal instead of portrait. So it's landscape. This is landscape. So I just needed to add a little bit more orange there in the background. And that's what this one looks like. And what I'm going to do is stamp that tan mountain. That tan mountain is going to be stamped with that mama bear and the 3 little cubs going across the bottom there. And I have Memento Tuxedo Black using my Blue Night rubber stamp handle. And by the way, I should have mentioned this in the beginning. Until the end of the month, Blue Night rubber stamps having a 20% off sale. So I would definitely check into that if I were you, because those handles are so fantastic. They really help you get a good grip on your ink pads and so that you don't drop them. So I'm using some pixie spray. This Brutus Monroe stencil is like a logs cut. And I'm having some different colors of inks here, my Distress Oxides. The pixie spray is a sticky spray that holds your stencil in place and you don't have to tape it. So this is frayed burlap, antique linen. That's what this is right now. This lightest color is called antique linen. The next color that I use is called frayed burlap, and the final color that I use is called vintage photo. And I was going to use black soot, but I didn't. And I'm just using these blender brushes. They work out very well for this stencil. And, and I just fast forwarded through this. I think the three colors look really nice together. I think the three colors make a nice combination there because wood is not all one color and makes a nice ombre effect there. And now that I've had this panel stenciled, I'm going to just stamp directly on it with the Mama Bear and her two cubs, which is the largest part of the stamp set. Because again, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 different sets of critters. There's Mama Bear and her two cubs, large size, and then Mama Bear and her two cubs, smaller size. There's Mama Penguin, Daddy Penguin, and Baby Penguin, which that's the only set that I didn't use. That's the only stamp I didn't use when I made these cards. There's a buck and a doe, and then there's a big coyote and a little coyote. So I'm just going to stamp this with VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink using my Misty. This is a really great ink to use when you're using silhouette stamps. You see I have that handle that I mentioned earlier, which is from Blue Night Rubber Stamps. Again, this stamp set is called Mama Bear and Friends. If you're not familiar with Blue Night Rubber Stamps, I'll have the website linked in my description box below. They're having a sale till the end of the month, 20% off, which is pretty substantial for them. And I definitely would encourage you to check out all the wonderful stamps that they have, all red rubber stamps. They also sell pan pastels, which I use pan pastels frequently. You can look through my other videos on my channel to see a little bit more about pan pastels. But I know not everybody has pan pastels, and I wanted to create 5 different cards, basically, that you could create too. Like this one with this stencil, you could use any stencil. It doesn't have to be wood. It could be trees. It could be an embossing folder. So that's just a 1-layer card that I just made. And I'm just cleaning this with water and my microfiber towel. Now, my microfiber towel, I had been using it earlier with stamp cleaner, so there's a little bit of that on there. And it comes clean very easily with this VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. And what's nice about Blue Night rubber stamps, they come with these laminated cards, so you don't have to worry about storage. They're pretty much self-storing. You could put them in a file together, a box together, even a shoebox. You can put them in there. You don't have to worry about put them in an envelope or anything like that, or a plastic envelope. I'm just using art glitter glue to adhere the mountains. This one is the Brown Mountains. And for this one, I used one of the Jaggedy Mountains and then rolling hills with trees. That's those little things on top of the rolling hills, those are trees. They're supposed to be way off in the distance for perspective. So that card panel's done. Oh, wait a second. I had to straighten it out better. It was a little bit crooked. I reapplied it. This is actually, I ink blended directly onto the card base. So I don't even have to adhere it to a card base. It's already part of the base. Okay. And then I take a white gel roll pen or jelly roll pen, Sakura, and I dot the sky, and that's where I have stars in the background. At first, I'm being really careful. Oh, let's put a star here, let's put a star here. But then by the time I get through, I'm just dotting everywhere. Just basically here, there, and everywhere. Because I think that looks better if you just kind of just dot wherever instead of trying to space it out exactly, because that's not how the stars look in the sky. They just are everywhere. And that's where this pen lends itself very well to the night stars. And I use it on all of my nighttime cards. So I didn't put any sentiments on these cards. I would love to hear your ideas for sentiments. Um, I thought Mother's Day sentiment would be a good card, but also Father's Day. Now this one is Mama Bear and friends, so it's got Mama Bear and her babies. But this one does too. But the one with the deer, I thought that would be kind of a nice one for Father's Day. Any of them would be nice. They're all perfectly fine for either Mother's Day or Father's Day. I'm just using art glitter glue here to adhere this. And you can use different colors. You don't have to have all one color for your mountains. You could even use a dark color if you wanted to use black for your mountains. You could. You would just have to use white then for your silhouette. You can't stamp a black silhouette onto a black piece of paper. Here I'm just layering these so that we have a nice scenic card. And then I take my scissors and I just trim the excess off. These are special scissors. They're for people that have arthritis in their hands. They really work very well. And that's 3 layers of card stock there, and I don't have any trouble cutting through it. And I'm going to go in with my gel pen, make stars in the sky. You could also put a moon if you wanted to. There's a lot of different options. So that's card number 3. Card number 4 looks a lot like card number 3, except that I have the deer in the foreground and the bears in the background. And I just have the rolling hills. I didn't use the sharp mountains, just the rolling hills. And I decided not to put stars on this one because I thought maybe this could be more like an end of the day scene. Not exactly nighttime yet. I don't know, it just reminded me of not nighttime yet. And the stars aren't even out yet. And this is my other one that I made with the stencils. So those are my cards using this stamp set. And I'm going to show you some still photos of each card while I explain the rules for the contest. The rules are you need to be a subscriber, comment on my video, and like my video. You also need to do all this no later than 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Friday, April 24th. At that point, the contest will close and I will pick a winner on the 25th. This contest is open to U.S. residents only. Thank you so much for watching the video. Hope you like the cards. Don't forget to comment and give a thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll pull a winner in a couple days. Good luck to everybody. Hopefully you'll check out some more of my videos, and I'm excited to be able to have 700 subscribers and looking forward to having even more in the future. Once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I will be having a larger contest than this. Thanks a lot, everybody. Bye-bye.